Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Sue. Hello to everyone. Welcome any new subscribers, welcome back any returning subscribers. I am doing today another episode of Margarete Miller's 52-week collage challenge. This time it is hashtag CW planner number 29. So I've been using this old notebook that I never ever used. I just hoarded it. It is white line paper, so what I've been doing is just distressing around the edge. And let me read out the 5 prompts. So you get 5 prompts and a bonus. You can substitute the bonus for one of the 5, or you can use all 6. I have done that before. Today we're just going to use 5, and we're going to use the bonus to substitute it. So we've got something that starts with the letter N. We have a piece of postcard, either side of it, a piece of a colouring book page, a measurement of something, even if you write it out, something in a geometric shape besides a rectangle. Now, I don't want to put down a measurement of something, even if you write it out. I don't know. I sat here and tried to think about what the interpretation of that was. I couldn't really think of anything. So I've decided that I'm going to substitute that with the bonus, which is something that represents summer. For me, that's far more interesting than measurements. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get something down on the back, something nice and bright, I think, as a background piece. So I've got some scraps here from Digital Kits. These are actually from Leanna Scraps, but believe it or not. And this is from one of her kits called Warm Bohemian. And I thought we would perhaps use something like this maybe, and have that on the back, just as a change. It's either going to be that or maybe this page, plainer side of that. So I really do like that. And I just, yeah, I think we'll go with that because I don't use pink very often. So I think what we'll do is we'll take that down halfway, like that. We'll take off these edges, the border. Hope everyone's doing okay. We've got a lot of high temperatures here where I am in the UK, and it's been quite tiring, I have to admit. Very tiring indeed. Tiring weather. I'm just going to ink round that with my vintage photo. Very tiring. We still haven't got any sign about the cat pebbles, who, as I said in a previous video, went missing last weekend. We posted out little posters for her. She is 15, but that's not really a terribly great age for cats. She's from farm stock too, so I would have thought, you know, she's an outdoor cat, always out in all weathers, so I would have expected her to, you know, be quite tough, but you just don't know, do you? Just going to ink a bit more around there, top and bottom, like that. Get rid of any white showing. Right. And we're going to put that down there. Just check. Now, actually, that's upside down. It's got a bit of script there, I can see now. So let's put that down. I don't know, I just felt like putting something nice down as a background for a change. Yeah, so I think that would be okay. Let's use the glue stick. I think since doing my altered book, I'm getting through quite a bit of glue stick. Might need to order some more. Maybe just all. This is just a new order as it is. Mind you, I've already used, I had a pack of 2. It was buy 2 get 1 free. There's an offer on Amazon. And I've already used 1 up. I only had them a short while. So let's put this down. Yeah, so we're quite sad about pebbles. It's funny, isn't it, how you do get attached to creatures, really, and you know, pets. And even though, you know, she's not a lap cat as such, a very rare time she'll come in and stay in all night, but doesn't even really stay in all night. So I just want that away from that centre there, even if I have to trim this up down at this edge. I think we'll be okay. That's sticking out from the page before, so this one you can see here is page 28. It's got a little tag. So right, I'm happy with that. That's nice. I think only using one side of the notebook page, so it's A5, and I'll show you what pieces I found. Now I've got a little postcard here that was in my stash. There's nothing on the back. I think it's printed from a digital somewhere along the lines, so I'm going to use that. I thought it was a perfect little size. Then a geometric shape that's not rectangle, I'm using a circle, and I'm using this orange because it is a circle, so we'll put that on. A piece of a colouring book page. Well, I've got a vintage colouring book page out of a book here that's got a bit of colour already on it, but I thought that was a nice picture of a bee painting some flowers. Not sure what flowers those are actually. It looks a bit like volvulus to me, which is a weed. Well, I'd say it was a weed, but anyway. Something beginning with the letter N. Nails. This is a vintage page out of a 1939 Cosmopolitan magazine, and this is when ladies like to do their nails in what they called the half moon shape. So I think we might call that French polish, although we keep the tips white, but you can see the half moons are white. So that was a fashion back then. I thought that was nice for N, beginning with N, nails. And then the last thing, which is the bonus, is something that represents summer, or to me, flip-flops represent summer. I change from slippers into flip-flops as soon as the warmer weather comes, and I practically live in them at home all day long. So for me, this represents changing over seasons from winter to spring and summer when the warmer weather comes. So I'm using those. That's actually a clip art picture. Right, so let's get started with putting these down in the form of a collage. So I think I'm just going to straighten the edges on this postcard, because I can see it's not very straight. So we're just going to just cut a slither off like that and tidy it up. I think it was on a page of other bits and pieces and got left behind, and other things have been cut off around it. That's why I think it's like that. That's much better. Okay, take those away. Right, so that's that. We'll give that an ink round. It's a very pretty postcard actually. It's got blue tips on it. It's actually a 1949 postcard from somewhere called Bilforth, it looks like, on the address. But it's in French, actually. That's very nice. So that could be anything. It could be Belfort, Bilforth. Not sure. It's in French, really, so I'm not sure. But I like that. Okay, so I think we'll put that down as a focal point in the middle. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to use the art glitter glue for this. So as you can see, it's blank on the other side anyway. I don't think I don't actually own any vintage photo postcards as such that, you know, you can buy them on second-hand stores and places like that. I haven't actually got one. Some people collect them, don't they? I'm just going to put that there, like that. Okay, so a bit of a colouring page. We could tear around this. It just says part of a colouring page, so we can tear around it and take away the straight lines, I think. Yeah, so our weather's been really hot. For us, it's been hot anyway. And it's been very difficult to actually sleep at night. So I think it makes a huge difference to your day, really, doesn't it? When you can't sleep very well. So I think we might have that there. We'll see. We're going to eat round it in a minute. Then we've got our flip-flops. So these would be a lovely feature. We've got our nails though here. So I think we may just tear around that. Not too much. Our dog Paddy loves the heat though. Goes and lays in our conservatory, which is so hot even my cactus plants aren't keen. We have the door open, we have all the windows open all day and night, really. Not the door, but the windows, certainly. And yeah, he's, every opportunity he gets, he'll go out there and lie in the middle of the floor in the full sun, and he'd be panting, but just loves it. And even in this heat, he wants to snuggle up. We haven't got our duvet on the bed at the moment, we've just got a sheet. And he just wants to snuggle up and be warm. He is a funny boy, he really is. So we're going to have that there, maybe in that there, we don't know. We've got this lovely circular orange, which I might attempt to cut round, because I don't think I'll be able to tear it very easily. So, this could be interesting. May not be a circle by the time I finished. You all know what my cutting skills are like. Well, that was a bit shaky then. I shouldn't have said anything. I've jinxed myself. Right. It's a circle, so yeah. Going to be very interesting, this, isn't it? Flip-flops. So may cut the flip-flops out as well. Best we can. And my poor son-in-law has got COVID. He's had his jabs. He's a contractor and he works for the MOD. Well, the company he works for the MOD, so very strict. And they've had a contract in London, and this would have been his 3rd week, I think. It was a 3-week contract. He came home at the weekend, and they were all contacting him and his team to take a PCR test on Monday. Results came back Tuesday afternoon because somebody in the team or somebody around them, I don't know whether they'd had a ping on that app, something happened to make the powers that be demand they do a PCR, and his results came back Tuesday afternoon and he's positive. Now, this is my daughter in Hampshire with Arthur, who's 9, and little Maisie, who will be 2 in August, who has that rare genetic condition called cardiofasciocutaneous syndrome. So I'm extremely worried about that, needless to say. And quite like to have them looking like they're walking across the page. Yes, so Andy said he's feeling a lot better. It just felt like he's had a really heavy sort of cold with a bit of a sore throat. Charlotte's not had a 2nd jab. She was due to have that this week, I think. But obviously they can't go anywhere at the moment. And she feels a little bit coldy, you know, as if she's got a cold, and also says she can't taste anything, even vinegar, or smell anything. So it's pretty obvious, I think, that she's probably picked it up now as well. And she ordered PCRs for herself and the 2 children. I mean, how she managed to get Maisie to do PCR, I don't know. But anyway, Maisie's not been herself. We're worried about her because, well, I'm extremely worried because I don't think she could stand, you know, COVID, not full blown. But she seems a lot better today, Charlotte said. And Arthur, being a typical 9-year-old, thinks he might have it. Been sneezing a lot, but apart from that, he's been in his paddling pool and is perfectly happy. So I don't know whether he's got it or not. So we're trying to sort of look on the bright side, but, you know, I just want to say to people, please, please, I don't care what Boris says, please keep yourselves safe, please. We've got cases in the hospital, and that's all I'll say. Things for us haven't changed at all. So, and I really, really do admire my clinicians for all the hard work they're doing, because they haven't had a break. They've not had a break from it since the very first lockdown. It's been ongoing ever since then. They've just not had a break, you know, and now we're fighting to catch up with all the routine stuff. You know. Anyway, that's my story so far this week. What with that and Pebbles missing, having vertigo, it's been a funny old week, and the extreme heat hasn't helped anyone at all. Right, I quite like this. I know this looks really odd. I'm actually wondering whether to move this over here, perhaps, and have this here, maybe. Might cut a bit more of that, I don't know. Have this walking around the page, because I quite like that. Have my circle, my bright and cheerful circle up there. That to me looks a bit better. I mean, I'm not the best collager. This has been an excellent way of learning to collage, or especially having to find things. Just taking a bit more of that. Yeah, it's been very good exercise in, you know, making you think about outside the box, really, about collage, and I like it. I really have enjoyed it so far. I didn't start mine series until April, and Dee at sCraftyPlace was doing it, and I said, oh, I really like the look of that. I would like to have a go at it, and she gave me the link. And you can buy the, like a proper book with all the, like a collage book to actually do them in, from Margarete Miller, if you want to. I didn't, because, you know, I've got all these notebooks that I hoard for no reason. And I thought, oh, I just used that one. And I didn't want to have a massive big page to collage on, because I think that would have been a bit too overwhelming for me. So I thought I'd keep it simple. I'll have a little sort of A5 page. That way, you know, I don't have to go too far wrong. So I'm going to have those there, I think. And these up here. So let's ink round to these lovely colourful rainbow coloured flip-flops, just to get rid of the white. Yeah, we've been trying to keep the garden watered, and oh, that I was talking to my in-laws. They live in the Republic of Ireland, in a beautiful place called Greystones, which is a suburb of Dublin, really, right on the seafront practically. You only have to walk 10 minutes down the road from their house, and you're there, and they walk by the sea every day, and sure, that's the best medicine you could wish for. And they've started to have this extreme heat, and they're already, the local authorities are already talking about a hosepipe ban. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're not in for that too soon. So let's put this orange on. Let's use the glue book and the glue stick. Oh, my thumb doesn't like any actions like that. I think my husband and I were getting to that age where, well, he's 10 years younger than me, but he's always had quite a physical and mental kind of job. He's a electrical engineer, so he does a lot of lifting and bending and doing all sorts when he's wiring up stuff and testing stuff and all that. And he's had to go to the GP for his knee. I don't think it's come back, but he's got the beginning of osteoarthritis. I mustn't laugh, but I said to him, oh my God, we're getting old, you know, the pair of us, we're getting old. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, stuck to the glue book now. Oh, knocking everything down. Let's get rid of that page. So let's put the hand here, and this little colouring page here. Okay. And my husband's never really ill. He never has a headache. I've never known him take any paracetamol or anything like that, really. And not like me. I keep a packet in my handbag. I've got medications in my office drawer. I've got them in my bedside cabinet, bathroom, you name it, I've got them. I'm not a hypochondriac though, I can't assure you of that. I just don't like to be without things, especially tissues. Right, let's have a look at this, because we don't know what else we might want to add in. Because you can add in what you want, as long as you've got your main pieces down. So we've got something that starts with N. We've got these lovely nails from the 1930s. We've got a piece of postcard here, beautiful one, a French one with some little postmark and some blue tits on, which is very, very pretty. We've got a piece of a vintage colouring book, actually. It's a sort of colouring book that I would have used back in the 60s when I was growing up. So and it's already partially coloured to give you that idea. I didn't do that, it was already like it. We skipped the measurement, we didn't want that. Something in a geometric shape besides rectangular. I've gone for a circle this time, and I've gone for a lovely half of an orange or a slice of orange that's bright and cheerful. And then we used the bonus because we didn't want the measurement. So there's something that represents summer to me are flip-flops, because I live and die in them during the summer. So yes, so highlight of every new summer for me is buying a new pair of flip-flops. And I still keep my old ones, but and they go in the washing machine, and yeah, I love my flip-flops. So what we want now is we want something really to tie this all in, kind of thing. And I'm not really sure now. This is where I get stuck. Well, we could put a number at the top and a number down here. We could put number 29, I guess. That would kind of tie things in. Could do some stenciling in the background. That would be quite nice. Let's get the stencil out. Let's choose a stencil. Just bear with me. My stencil box here, and maybe we'll go for sepia. I think the sepia brown, the VersaFine sepia would be nice. One of my favourite stencils is this one, which is, it's like a piece of lace or doily, and I love it. So let's get our brush out and let's just do some of this around and see what that looks like, and hope that we don't ruin this. We don't want it too dark, so we just want a hint of it up there, like that. And Paddy thinks that those boys bouncing the ball outside as they walk past shouldn't be allowed to do that, in his opinion. Just heard him grumbling. He's laying on our bed as usual. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. Now let's put a little corner down here, like that, and that's very nice, if I do say so myself. And I'm going to put a corner up here, a bit darker there, and we're going to do the same down here. I don't mind if it goes over the top of anything. So you see that kind of ties in with that now. I think that does help to make it a bit more cohesive. Well, that's very pretty, even if I do say so myself. Okay, well, so that's that done. Right, we'll put all that away. Back in the box. And then we'll get some of our favourite labels by Tracy Fox. Although these are a bit of a mixture at the moment, with other people's bits and pieces in as well. So let's see what we've got. So we could put a nice label on. I'd like to put something across here because there's a join here, an obvious join. Let's see what we've got. So we've got another circle. We could put that there to mirror that one there. That just says plate number 44 specimen. You see, that's quite big. I've got a lighter one there, which is too white really. We'll keep that one out for a minute. I'm not sure where I've cut these out from, I have to say, and I apologise to whoever they might be belong to, you know, whose labels they are. Just having a quick look. Now we've got a small one that says accounts due. Just looking to see if we had a sort of more medium circle in here. Now I'm fixated on circles now. So I put those in here because I wanted to try and keep all the labels together. I haven't got enough storage at the moment to separate out everybody's labels. So, you know, ideally it would be nice to have traces in one box, which they were in originally. So that's a hexagonal, or is that an octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-sided pieces of octagon. Oh, I don't know if it's an octagon or not. I don't know. Okay, let me think. I quite like that actually there. Still see the nails, still see the colouring book. Somehow it kind of mirrors that. I think I'm going to put it on. And then I think we will see if we can find a number or stamp a number on top of it, as it's a plain one. Or we could find something nice to go on it as a specimen. Let's think. So let's put that there, I think, so we can still see the nails. Like so. Don't want to go overboard. I probably don't have an actual number of 29. I'd say I've probably used my numbers, my 2s anyway, and unless I print more off, and this is the second or third lot I've printed of these labels. That's how much I use them. Mainly Tracy Fox. Love junk journals. Go on over and have a look at her Etsy shop. Okay, right. I'll put that there for a minute, and just going to get another pot down, which might have something in. See if this little pot has anything in that I can add into that as a specimen, maybe. No, that doesn't go. Or we may not put anything on there because we may overdo it and ruin it. These generally are bits and bobs that I just leave in here because I don't put them all away every single time. Sometimes it's nice just to grab this and get something out that's not too cut around that, have that as a specimen. Oh, you could put a circle within a circle. Too big. Nothing in there. Last one to look in. It's got even smaller bits in. So let's see. I think that's a sticker. I just don't think that goes. I don't think maybe we're going to find anything suitable. Says be wild and free there. Oh, to be wild and free. Getting a bit long in the tooth for that, I think. not got the energy to be wild and free, to be honest. Well, I haven't found anything that sort of grabs me. Let's put a little butterfly there, but I just don't think that actually goes. I don't know. For me personally, it doesn't sort of do anything. So I think we're just going to leave it. What I'll do is I'll get my numbers and we can stamp a number. Tanya at Happy Treasure sent me in an order a little bit of Happy Mail, which was some numbers that she obviously didn't need anymore, for which I was very grateful, with numbers and letters. So if we get the black, archival ink out, I'm not sure now, it might be up on my shelf. Yes, it is. So black archival ink for that, and we'll actually put a number 29 on here. Okay, so we want the 2. I still haven't found my little block, you know, my stamping block, so I'm just going to do it by hand, which is a bit naughty, but actually if you press down on them too hard, they're completely covered in ink. That was a silly idea, wasn't it? Let's wipe that now, try again. What I wanted to say was they will stick to your finger. So there's the 2. Aha! Put that back. I'll wash that later. And what number do you want? 9. So, see, it's stuck to my finger. Just going to wipe that edge off there, because I don't want that. Much easier on a block, really. Oh, serves me right for being silly, doesn't it? Looks like 299 now. Oh dear, why did I do it? Why did I not look for block? So we are going to stick something over that. Just thinking, what can I stick over it? Back to a little pot. Nope. What about one of those there? Dear. Just looking at it to see what I think. Silly person, aren't I? Actually, what about a stamp instead? Oof, I'm covered in little bits. A stamp there, maybe? No. What about mushroom? That could be a specimen. That mushroom. That's not bad. I wonder if I've got one more mushroom. All because I couldn't be bothered to get my bigger block out. You see? Laziness. Right, just hold on one moment. Someone at the door.